I don't know if I should make this into a long story. I don't know now. I also don't know where to look. What's going on, guys? I feel like I should kind of clear up the air and kind of discuss what we're doing with this car. So, FD round 4, we got crank walk. We couldn't hold a supercharger belt on to save the life of us, so we ran the car completely NA, making about 350 horsepower, and I loved it. With the amount of grip that we have in these FD cars and having such a limited amount of horsepower, for whatever reason, I love the NA power band that we had at FD Utah. Granted, we only drove really only Friday with about 6 or 7 laps in practice and top 32, which unfortunately we got knocked out of. But the car was insane to say the least. When we got back home, the motor was definitely hurting, and I decided to kind of take some time off with that car. Instead of just throwing another motor in, I decided to kind of take some time and freshen up the build and do all these other things I wanted to do with it originally that we just kind of ran out of time with. So now that the motor blew up, I needed to find something, kind of find a new motor that I could throw in that car. So I didn't want to go with another supercharger, as I feel like it doesn't really fit my driving style. I really love the 2J platform, but I just haven't had the luck I've needed to with the 2Js. So I wanted an LS, but I didn't want the supercharger power band, if that makes sense. This new motor in the FRS is a 427 LS NA, completely NA. It's rowdy. We're only revving this car to about 7,400 RPMs, and it's fucking rowdy. So it's an LSR 427 NA LS, a Cali's crank, Cali's rods, Wiseco pistons, around 14, 3.7 or 13.7, around 14 to 1, wait. It's around 14 to 1 compression, and it has all of the goodies from the homies over at Golan. So huge thanks to those guys. They built one hell of a motor that should be reliable for all season long and be able to do all these other events. So now the fun part. This isn't even the FD car anymore. Kind of sucks, but we are not really putting this car into retirement, as it's going to be a backup car just in case anything does happen in FD. But we are building a new car for FD, and I'm very excited to show you guys. Unfortunately, I don't have anything to show yet, but it's coming very soon. But for this car, we are going to be doing more events like clutch kickers, grid lives, Import Alliance, fuel fests, and events like that. So it should be a lot of seat time, a lot of good tandems in this car, and it should just overall be a very, very, very rowdy car that will be reliable, change the oil, and go. There's no nitrous in this car, no other power adders, it's just straight motor, and it fucking rips. Yep.
As you see, we have the car outside, ready to go to Dyno. Freddie's gonna tune it, and then we'll come back here, get all situated, and then go to Sunday Drift at Lanier. And yeah, stay tuned.
Alright guys, so we just got to the dyno. We're still tidying up a few things. Preston and Jeb got here a little bit earlier to help kind of tidy some of those things up. But I just got here. We're about to go see what they are up to. Alright, so on first pull, we made about 559 at 6,500 RPMs. Again, that's just a base map, so we're still in the process of tuning it and hopefully squeeze a lot more power out of this thing. Safely, of course. Safely.
We made 420 horsepower.
Okay.
And
69
about
torque.
69 degrees of torque.
69 degrees?
Uh-huh. Actually, we made six. No, you can't show that. That's not real.
It made
That's
something like that.
proprietary information. See, I told you we made 669. See, I wasn't fucking with y'all. Yeah, it made more than that, but the dyno's a little goofy. So yeah, 690 and about 600 torque-ish. Sounds sick.
It revs fast as fuck.
Revs fast as fuck.
Good car. Good car.